Welcome, travelers, tea drinkers, and troublemakers, to the Gilded Coin Tavern. I'm your Tavern Keeper, master of mugs, tailor of tales, and keeper of the fire that fights the frost. And tonight, silver winged, silver won't. The night hasn't moved since we last left it. Same small fire, same earthen tent. The old Wilder never blinks, not once. She's perched on a rock beside the flame, eyeballing us. She's handed us a beaten tin mug that steams up into our face with a lovely smell of tea. And she says, "Now why would a paladin of Lornell, covered in a wolf's blood, be screaming my name for all the world to hear?" Wintermane. I believe you mean Frostmane. Frostmane, that's right. You got it. What do you seek with the Frostmane? So presumably you want to hunt it? What are we after here? We seek its pelt. Okay, fantastic. That sounds like we need to do a persuasion roll. In our new dice cam. Sorry, lost my train of thought there. So, we'll go with the blue dice first. And that looks to be a 16. Plus our charisma, if I remember specifically, our bad boy Logan here has quite the persuasion roll. It's a +6. So that nets us a 22. That's going to be great. So are we going to lean into the hunt, right? Riz. All the Riz. Have you any information on such a creature? Fantastic. So as you ask that question, she throws the remnants of her tea into the fire, and it flashes a blue-green. Green is a nice, soft, warming, fuzzy green. Her voice softens slightly as she says, "There were others who sought it, 3 shadows from under the mountain, darkkin. They smelled of grievance and greed, and I turned them away. Stay the night here, and I'll show you the path in the morning. Towards the darkkin." She's literally spilling the tea. The fire goes back to its regular warm glow, and she gestures towards the inside of the tent, which is fairly roomy, offering for you to stay the night, and then she would show you the way to these darkkin hunters in the morning. Would you like to stay the night? That seems suspicious. Can we stay the night outside by the fire, but not inside? Absolutely. I think she was just gesturing in a friendly way because you rizzed the hell out of her. You guys got a 22, I believe. Yeah, you got a 22 on the riz. So she was just offering you the max amount of comfort, essentially. You wouldn't be able to handle all this. I think she was offering in a platonic way. But absolutely, you guys can set up outside. You have an explorer's pack. You've got a bedroll. I'm sure you've got a tent in there as well. I think you can see it on our equipment over here. Yes, in the inventory. That's not what I saw. Yeah, it is not a very spacious tent. But as the fire went from that warm green, forest green, it went back to a regular fire color. It was quite late in the night when we left off last time. And I believe we were a bit injured, if I recall. No. The wolves didn't get us. So if you want to set up a tent outside and take a nap in our bedroll, we can absolutely make that happen. We'll do a little survival check here in this lovely new dice cam. That is a 2 plus survival was a 0, but we do get, I believe last time I had our survival at a -2 as a -2, but we had taken proficiency in that, so that cancels that out. So we just do a regular roll with advantage because we're in the winter woods. Oh, that's a little better, a 13. So it's passable camp. Not the warmest thing you've ever been in, but more than comfortable enough for you to net the benefits of a night of a long rest. So the night passes, you guys, warm-ish, you know, the wind will find its way into the cracks and crevices of the bedroll, and you toss and turn a bit, but it was a passable night of rest. You get the benefits of a long rest, spell slots and everything will be restored. And in the morning, you awake to the sound of a crackling fire, and Silverwing seems to be roasting some vegetables and a little bit of meat on a kebab. We could be pleasant and ask if there's any help we could give her with making the food. Meat kebab. Yes. So we offer her what kind of help in cleaning up the camp, preparing the food. Kebab. Fantastic. We'll throw another roll on there. 13. I don't know. What's our cleanup skill? I guess that would also be survival, so we'll get advantage on that. We'll take our 13. So again, we do a passable job. It's not the cleanest camp you've ever seen, but it's definitely cleaner than your average person would leave it. Pick up any scraps that have been left out. Maybe we add some snowberries we have found to the kebabs. Sounds like my house. Yeah, my house as well. It's only clean when people are coming over. And as you clear up camp, we will journey back over to where we left off last time. I believe we had we were beside a frozen river, and we had heard a voice from the north and a voice from the south. So she is going to gesture towards the north of the river, northeast of the river, and say that the Darkkin had approached her from there. It's going to be early morning too, just after twilight, or just after dawn, I should say. Sunrise. Oh, good. That one still looks good. Man, this doing these overlays and stuff's turning into a full-time tech job. I did a dry run of it earlier, about an hour ago. Everything looked perfect. She was the voice from the southwest, and then we heard a higher masculine voice, slightly musical, to the northeast, which is the way that she's gesturing for us to go. I definitely think we should be on guard as we go north. Absolutely. And you don't have to go that way. The world is your oyster, as it were. It's your tavern, I just keep it. We can shoot off some other direction, try to find the Frostmane line on our own. Darkkin are essentially my version of dark elves, is what you would know about them. There are 3 types of elves. You have Starkin, Leafkin, and Stonekin. You know, your variations of star elves, leaf elves, or like forest elves, and stone elves. And then there's a dark variation of each. Yeah, nat 1 perception. We don't see anything, but we are fairly stealthy. So as we continue into this grove of trees, we continue to search, and we don't find anyone as we do. We take a small rest beside a copse of trees. Silverwing did not accompany us. Would you like to you can ask her to come with you if you like. She just told you that she would show you the way to the hunters that smelled of grievance and greed. Ask her to come along? Absolutely. Silverwing, will you show us the way? I don't think our 22 is going to carry over from the night before. 8 plus 6 is a 12. Okay, yeah. So she'll go with you guys. So as the two of you approach this copse of trees that we found and we're going to take a rest at, 3 figures appear out from the northeast. One of them has skin of dark grayish skin, and her hair is midnight black with specks of silver through it. There's a gentleman with them. They're all dressed in warm clothing, so it's going to have fur lining, and you don't see too much other than their face. The gentleman's face is a vivid green with bright yellow eyes and darker green hair, short and spiky. And then there is a pale woman who has the hair the color of a crystal, like blues, so think sapphires, and she has bright blue eyes. Silverwing would probably say, "These are the hunters I've spoken of." Man, I worked on a female owl voice where it was kind of sounded like hoo-hoo, and bro, I could not figure it out. "Hello," Logan greets them. The darker toned one, the one that you would know as a dark starkin, steps forward. And she says, "What do you seek?" "Looking for a Frostmane." "We seek the Frostmane. I seek its pelt." The leader steps closer and she says, short and to the point, "Seek the Frostmane. Have you seen it?" "We seek the Frostmane. Have you seen it?" "Indeed we have. We will help you find the Frostmane if you grant us its heart, its eyes, and its tongue." "We've seen it. How's about you?" They also seek the Frostmane. So she tells tale of one of her, it's grody. Yeah. So she tells tale of a friend of theirs who had kept this Frostmane as a pet. And they found him dead, seemingly mauled by this thing with long claw marks across it and a solid black streak through each. And so they seek it in revenge. And that's all the information they'll give you without any other kind of check or anything like that. At this point, Silverwing will say something along the lines of, "Sounds fair enough. We just want the pelt." Absolutely. So at this point, Silverwing would probably be offended by the talk here, and she would be like, "I will not stand by and listen as you speak of this animal as if it's a meat for the butcher." And she'll probably spread her wings and take off. As she takes off, you'll notice that the wings, the feathers on the back of her wings are each trimmed in a bright silver color. And as she flaps her wings, they sparkle as she leaves, glinting silver in the early daylight. So we're going to agree to the trade of they'll tell us where it is if we give them the eyes, heart, and pelt. My head has been killing me as well, Aiden. It has been absolutely throbbing, like right here, like someone's taking a railroad spike and just right into the back of the head. So I absolutely feel that migraine pain. So as we agree to these terms, the pale-skinned one with the bright crystal blue eyes and the sapphire hair steps forward, and she speaks a phrase, one that you're very familiar with. Yeah, it is the worst. They suck. Makes it hard to focus on stuff. So she steps forward and she says an old phrase that you're familiar with. Actually, let's roll it, see how familiar you are. Got a 13 plus what on your history? 3, so 16. So you know that this is a phrase that is often used by mostly the older folks, and it essentially is like their version of a pinky promise. It means that I promise that I will do this thing. So she steps forward and she says,
"Lyra Stonewick, Dekel Vorthan, Shorothal."
and she reaches forward with her hand to grasp yours, as if to make a deal. We take her hand? Excellent. So you reply in kind.
Logan Wafrit Daria, Token Forathan Short Uthal.
And you say it in a phrase of somebody who's dealing with an old-timer superstition. But as those words leave your mouth, a bright silver script flows out of your mouth and out of hers, and it lined in the sky, readable from both sides between yourself and Lyra. And as you grasp hands, the script swirls around both of your hands, going up your forearm, and you can feel a cold burning sensation, as if you've pressed a piece of ice too long against your skin. Oh, what have we gotten ourselves into? Damn it! Is this something we would be familiar with, or would we react to that sensation? Let's see. We'll do, let's say, an Arcana check on that. We get a +1 to that, so let's see. We've got a 4. Oh no, it's a 14. Okay, so that's a 15. That's significantly better than a 4. So with that, you would recognize the feeling as a feeling that you get definitely old magic, something that you feel when you come to areas where the veil has thinned a little bit and you can feel the flow of magic back and forth a little more chaotically than is typical. You're not familiar with the language, other than that it's an old phrase that a lot of people use, but not typically accompanied by silver light. And I would say you would probably understand that it's some kind of binding magic, so that you've kind of sworn yourself to this thing. If they help you find the Frostmane, you will give them its eyes, tongue, and heart. No, you don't feel like you're in danger. You just feel like you've been bound to this this promise you've made. Well, we're in it now. Let's go. All right. Like, well, show us the way to the tree, or show us the way to the Frostmane. And so they take you deeper towards the north. As you climb the sides of a valley, you can see towards your left Yaga's Baba, and it's actually on its chicken legs, slowly tiptoeing through the woods farther towards the south. And as you crest the top of this valley, or the top of this ridge from the valley, and you go down the other side, they bring you to a clearing where you can see a tree trunk shattered by a claw. And they say, the leader, the one who had the dark Starkin, steps forward, and she says, "My name is Vaisha, and seek us where you found us before when you bring..." That's such a weird visual, and I blame you for any bizarre chicken leg dreams I may have. Hey, but blame yourselves. You guys are the one who told me that Yaga's Babas had chicken leg. It was a tavern on chicken legs. So the chicken legs are made of like timbers that have been like jointed together, and then they come down. So they look like chicken with legs, but they're made of wood. And Vaisha says, meet her back where you met her before, and then we can continue with our deal. And she gestures towards the tree, saying that this is the site where the Frostmane was last seen. Or seemingly was last seen. They haven't seen it themselves since that they started tracking it from under the mountain. Well, let's go check out the tree. So we see a trail it has left. Let's check the tree out first, and then we'll see if we can find the trail around it. So, checking out the tree. We've got a 9, and our investigation is a +1, so that'll be a 10 on the tree. And then survival, we get a 7 or a 6. That was an unfortunate roll on the survival. So from the tree, what we see is that it has been shattered in one clean blow. It shattered it across the top, and at the heart, where you would imagine the claws did the most damage, there are small chunks of splintered wood still sticking up, and each one of those look as if they've been frozen solid black like an ink bottle has been left out in sub-zero temperatures. That kind of coloring. And then around the outside of the tree, you see some half-buried bones and a little bit of scattered hide, like old weather-beaten bits of animals that have been eaten. And that is all that you get from that. So you see that it's a lion, a bit stranger or stronger than it should be. But as far as the direction from here, you're not entirely sure. Check for a trail farther around. All right, we'll check that out. We get an 11 or a 5. All right, so with the 11, we'll probably follow the tracks. I would say maybe for, do we know what the black stuff is? It looked to just be wood, like wood that had been frozen, but it was like a solid black color. So it's chunks of wood sticking out, and bits of that wood were like frozen solid black. So as you follow the tracks into the wind, you notice that they are that they start to disappear as we go into the wind. The wind is blowing in from the east, and the tracks are walking towards the northeast. So the wind has blown some snow over these tracks. This is a perception check for you guys, but I'm not telling you why. 18 minus 2. Excellent. So, so as we lose our way a bit, and we're trying to find the tracks of, do we have other ways of tracking, smell, or magical? I don't believe so. We have divine sense, so you can sense good or evil, and so you could use that. But while you are looking, you don't find any more lion tracks, but you do see some boot prints. There's a small set of boot prints about half the size of yours. They go to a tree and then they disappear. And as we continue to try to track this Frostmane, the trail widens into a clearing of cracked ice and shifting snowdrifts. Fucking halflings. So I'm treating this as kind of a series of checks. So far we've done poorly on one check, we did average on one check, and then we did poorly on another check. So this will be our follow-up check as we can try to continue to follow this halfling. I mean, the Frostmane. You said halflings and I lost it. So our survival, we get advantage on. We've got a 19 or an 18. Nice. The rolls are coming back around. So with our 19, we will see a fresh elk's corpse, blood still steaming, and a single set of tracks moving away from it. No lion, no scavengers. Just a, are the footprints going towards the paw prints? We've lost the paw prints. The footprints, like we were following the paw prints towards the northeast. It looks like the footprints came in from the side to the left of that. They came in, crossed the path, apparently where they would have been, and then they went to a tree and disappeared. And just ahead we see what kind of footprints leading away from the elk's corpse. Are we gonna go closer to check it out, or are we trying to check it out from where we first spotted it? Inspect the elk. All right, we'll check it out. That was an 8, or let's see, 17. Fantastic. So as we go closely. Fantastic. So as we approach from over there, we can tell as we're approaching that this isn't right. There's something wrong here. A lion doesn't just kill an animal and leave it, and the animal's been dead for probably 15 minutes before you arrived, as if it was killed and left here for us to find. So as we approach the elk, the ice and snow starts to crack under our feet, and we'll be taking a dexterity saving throw. We've got a 13 plus a 1, which would be a 14. Not quite a success. Oh no, it is. Actually, here it is. Haha. So the success, or the fail, would have been before that. So as the ice and snow crack under our feet, how do we dodge falling into this drift of snow? So it's elk. We approached it from this direction, and as we got here, the snow and ice began to crack under our feet. And how do we dodge falling into this snowdrift? Are we going to go closer to the elk, or are we going to jump back farther away? And I will say, with that survival check that we got, we would realize that this Frostmane has left this elk here as bait. Jump back. Absolutely. So we jump backwards as this ice cracks underneath us. And just as that ice cracks, we see... Jump back. Good choice, guys. Good choice. So as this ice cracks, we jump and we jump back. We see a flashing blue and white streak, and it flies over from the right, over this now almost cavernous snowdrift that has fallen in beneath us, that we definitely would have fallen through. Jumps across that and lands right beside the elk, and turns to peer back at us. And we see, for the first time since we've started our adventure... Wrong. A beautiful, white-maned snow lion with ice for eyes. Not actual ice, just like crystal clear blue eyes staring at us. And a large black nose with hair streaming behind it in this frosty breeze. The lion roars, "Moo!" and it paws the ground slightly. Oh, yeah. No, we cannot talk to or understand it. You could try some animal handling on it. You could give it a try. You could try to understand it. Logan sees the lion, beautiful thick muscles and frosty white and ice blue mane. Eyes like the sky, focused in the direction that you approached from. Motionless, except for the tip of its tail flicking back and forth. You meet the lion eye to eye, hunter to hunter. It's so beautiful. Does it have any effect on us mentally? Not like magically. I would say that we definitely appreciate the beauty of it. But it doesn't have any kind of magical effect on us. We're not charmed or like suddenly don't want to hunt it anymore. Oh, I wish Tipped was here. If Tipped was here, she would have loved the pss, 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 pss. Does it seem to be aggressive towards us or just standing its ground? It definitely seems to have laid this trap for you. It seems like this lion knew that you were following it at some point and left this trap here for you. And you're reminded once again, as you war with the wolves, that you're not the only hunter of legends in this frosty land. It can't directly reach us at the moment because there's a small pit in front of us, but it could easily, I mean, we just saw it clear that pit in a single bound, and it could easily go around the outsides of it. Say if we're on this bottom portion here towards the bottom left, or I'm sorry, towards the top left over here, we would be between like the most northern point. I need to get better at this. The most northern point, go slightly left to that, and there's a small hole in the ground. We would be on the other side of that hole. No, the 3 left. Nope, it is just Logan and this big ass lion. I wonder if I switch back to the other one, if it'll be fixed now. Oh no, it's even weirder now. That's alright, I'll lean this way. So with the pss, 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 I will give you advantage on the animal handling and see how we do. So we get a 9 or a 9. So we'll take that 9 minus 2 is a 7. Oh, I'm sorry, a 9 or a 6. So well, minus 2 is a 7. Glory, I mean, we are here to hunt it. Are we at a major disadvantage? I wouldn't say that you're at a major disadvantage at this point. With that animal handling we got, all we're going to tell is that this is a big lion and it seems very angry. So we could absolutely roll initiative and go into combat. I was just giving you a chance to see how, see if you wanted to do something else. And for him, for Logan, beautiful roll, a 17 plus 1. So Logan snags an 18. The lion will be going after him. I think it looks like you can still see our stats, our spells, our abilities, our weapons, and our actions. So you should still be able to do combat effectively through here. I mean, I wouldn't say major disadvantage. It is a lion, but you are the hunter of legends. So I did roll initiative. You guys we are in initiative order. So you guys will be going first. The lion will be going second. We have got our Morning Star. We have our Walrus Tusk Knife. We do have a few spells, not too many attack spells. We do have the Verdant Step that I hadn't really spoken to you guys. We do have that Verdant Step I was telling you guys about. We make the first move. We do have the Morning Star, so we could absolutely run around the side of the pit and come at it. We could definitely get to it with our movement. We have 30 feet of movement. So we could very, very easily make it to him and whack him. Give him a nice bonk. Alright, so we're going to run around the sides of this pit. And no more ice seems to be cracking as we go through. So we'll run around the left side of it, and we will attack this, Frostmane. Oh, looks like we've lost our dice cam. That's a pain. Alright, I'll roll here, and you guys will have to trust me. Got a 12 plus, I think it's plus 6 with the Morning Star. So with an 18, we're going to make that hit. And it's a D8, I believe. D8 plus 4 on our damage. Those Morning Stars are beastly. Oh no, lost it. Oh wow, an 8 plus 4. So that's going to max out our first attack, and we're going to come over across the top, and we're going to Morning Star it to its big, beautiful face. So we'll smash our mighty lion directly in the nose for a good 12 points of damage. And then we still have our bonus action and movement. We don't believe we have too much that we can do as a bonus action. And if we do try to run away, it'll get an attack of opportunity. Thank him. Shank him. No, we don't have another attack. We could do bonus action, which we don't have anything for right now, or we could make some movement. So if we're done, he is going to attack. So the lion will roar and he'll lean forward and slash his claws across. And with a 17 plus stuff to hit, he's definitely going to make it. So we take 2 slashing damage and 3 cold damage. So that'll be a total of 5 damage. So this claw rakes across our hide armor and pierces through it and just gets the skin underneath. And we can feel a cold bleed into our chest and kind of leech the life and radiance out of us. The life and vitality out of us. The lion will roar again, and that'll be his turn. As you get closer, or as you are in this combat, you will notice that this is not a full-grown lion. He does have a mane, but he doesn't tower over you as you originally had thought he did. He comes up to about chest height. Definitely outweighs you, definitely terrifying, but not as the biggest lion that could be. Shank. All right, shank him again. Lornell's Mark is something that we'll get when we level up, but we have not leveled up yet. Seven plus stuff will not hit. 7 plus 6. 7 plus 6 is 13. That will actually just hit. That just barely makes his AC. So that's another D8. Oh no, you said shank, so that's a D6. So you hit him, so you come across with your thing, he slashes you, and then you will take your knife, I guess, in your other hand for this attack, and on this turn you'll shank him. So we'll stab him wherever you like, and we're going to do it for 6 damage. So as we... Oh, that was from before this turn? I gotcha. Well, you only have one attack on your turn at this moment, so did you want to attack him again? All right, cool. So, and we rolled pretty good, so we'll keep the 6 damage on that. So our walrus tusk knife will come across and we'll slash him across his face, and we'll take a big slash here across the side of his face. And as we do that, he's going to rear back and roar. And as he roars out, a wave of cold air comes across us. So as he roars out, we feel this cold air leach into our legs and into our stomach, into our face, and steals the very air from our lungs. And we're going to take... Oh no! We're going to take 4 points of cold damage to Logan. So Logan's not feeling so hot. Logan's down to 2 hit points. But the lion is not looking very good either. He's stumbling back and forth. This breath seems to have taken a lot out of him. And that'll be the lion's turn. Man, this became a knockdown, drag-out slugfest real fast. So are we gonna go? We're gonna go with the Morning Star or the shank on this one. One more Morning Star hit and then run behind the hole. Fantastic. So we'll hit him again and then we're going to try to book it out of here. So let's see how we do. Unfortunately, we are just barely going to miss this one. So our Morning Star is going to come and swing up over the side of his head. And we just miss. He ducks his head underneath and all we get is mane. And the mane fluffs up and tears pieces of it away as the Morning Star whistles over his head. And you want to turn and try to run away at this point. He will get an attack of opportunity. So he will get a free attack on you as this happens. And Logan is down to 2 hit points, I believe. Yeah, Logan is down to 2 hit points. Alright, so we're going to turn and run. Let's see how we do. I can't tell on this one. Let me get the other one. The metal die is really, really hard to see. Yeah, he gets a 3 plus 6. That'll be a 9. So that's going to, just like your Morning Star did, his claws are going to come up and whistle, screaming past your head. And as you turn to run away, you hear a roar of surprise and of anger. And as you look over your shoulder to see what is causing this lion anger and surprise, on top of its head, on the back of its neck, a small figure has landed. A small figure has burst over the top of the boulder beside it, lands on the back of it, squarely on its back, and it roars as she tries to swing some sort of weapon at it. But as she tries to swing this weapon, the weapon falls from her hands, and the lion rears back, and he roars again, breathing out that streaming cold breath that we've already been hit with once. So we're going to need to take another dexterity saving throw. If I keep losing dice, guys, I don't know what I'm going to do. Alright, this time we'll pass it. So we're going to roll to the side, and this icy cold breath is going to freeze the ground beside us where we were at. And we'll turn on our back, and as we're looking up across it, and this lion is rearing up, roaring, there's an explosion of gore and blood, and the lion falls to the side. And crawling over its side, in front of it, fiddling with something attached to their wrist, and cursing, "Damn it, gears every single time I try to shoot." And then pops something out, pulls it back, loads a large spike into it, and then pops it back closed again and pulls a lever. Click, click. She turns to the right of the lion where a large lug wrench is laying on the ground. "Did you just ruin my pelt?" Click, click. "Well, as I see it, big fella, half that pelt's mine." "Look here, tall boy. Looks like we're splitting the takings. I get the pelt, and you get whatever else you can carry." "I did most of the work," Logan says, outraged. She says, "It was too little, too late." "You came in at the end, after I did all the work." She turns and glances back at you over her shoulder. "Yeah, it sucks when that happens, doesn't it?" As she turns over and approaches the lion. And from the back of the lion's head, actually, I imagine she would reach into the gaping maw. She reaches into the maw of the lion, grabs something, and pulls it out with a wet, meating thunk. And she holds it up, and it's a large spike, about this size. I would say about 6 inches long, about 2 inches across. And it seems to be that that's what she's launched into the back of this lion's head. And I think that's our stream for the night, guys. That puts us at midnight. And this is it's a great spot for us to leave off, I think. As we grab her tool arm to my face, level, and lift it. Like, grab her up and lift her to your face like this. So we grab her and we pull her up to the top. And we say, "Listen here, little one." And she laughs and just shrugs and says, "You should have killed it faster." So, I think here ends the second chapter. And I'm going to have to edit this, try again. Here ends the second chapter of Logan's Legend. There they stand, Warden and Waytari, steel and snow, lies and legends. But the lion is dead, and the pelt is claimed, and debts, oh debts, remain unpaid. So, till next time, my friends, may your swords stay sharp. Oh no, it's okay. My head is killing me too. I'm ending it now. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna edit it and we'll put it up on YouTube and you can catch up another time. I'm just glad a couple people showed up. Thank you guys very much. And until next time, may your swords stay sharp, your wits stay sharper, and your story continue long into the night. If you'd like to learn more about the world of Kynria, join us in our Discord and check us out on YouTube. The link is in the profile. Good night. Have a good night, shops. Thank you, Aiden. I hope you feel better.